This quick tutorial will show you how to publish a volume as an S3 bucket, create an access key, and configure S3 CMD to access a volume. Lastly, we will upload an object and edit the object as a file. Once you have formatted your devices, go ahead and create a volume. Click on the Volumes tab, select the Volume drop-down menu, and click Create Volume. Give your volume a name and click Create. Now, select the three dots next to the name of your volume, and a drop-down menu will show up. Select Publish Volume as an S3 bucket, and assign a name to it. Now, your volume should have an S3 tag. Next, go to your terminal, SSH into one of your clients, and then CD into the volume you just created, and create a text file using VI. You can add the following text to it. Hello world, I am a file, and then save your file. For the next steps, SSH into your second client. The first thing that we need to do is configure S3 CMD. To do so, first, install S3 CMD with sudo yum install. Next, configure S3 CMD by running S3 CMD -- configure. At this point, you will be asked to enter an access key. In order to obtain an access key, you need to create a new Quobyte user. Go back to your Quobyte web console and click on the Configurations tab. Then, under Security, go to the Users Directory section, click on the User drop-down menu, and select Add Built-in Database User. Enter a username, email address, and password. Then click on Add Tenant Membership and choose My Tenant. Next, click on Add Primary Group and just type Users. Lastly, click on the button Add. Once you have created the new user, click on the three dots next to the name and select Create Access Key. In the Create Access Key menu, you can leave the Expires On field empty and click Create New Access Key. This will generate your new access key, copy the ID, and enter it into your terminal. You will also be asked to provide a secret key. Go back to the web console, copy the secret access key, and enter it into the terminal. You can leave the default region empty. Next, you will need to provide an S3 endpoint. To retrieve this, go to your web console and click on the Configuration tab. Under System, click on S3 and copy the hostname provided by Quobyte. To access a bucket, you need to use %buckets followed by the target S3, which is the S3 endpoint. You can skip the next two steps by pressing the Enter key. When asked if you want to use HTTPS protocol, type No and skip the HTTP proxy server. When asked to test access with supplied credentials, type Y. Lastly, save your settings. Now, you can use S3 CMD to check the buckets available. You can use S3 CMD to check the content in the bucket as well. You can also use S3 CMD to download a file as an object. We will now edit the object using VI. Add the following text to it and save it. We can now upload the object using the S3 CMD put command. If you go back to the first client and do a catfile.txt, we can see the changes we made with the second client. So, as you can see with Quobyte's unified namespace, a file can be both a file and an object.